So, hello and welcome to this podcast, video podcast, in relation to what we can expect at Tesco for Christmas. So, Tesco are unwrapping their main choices of products for Christmas fare. So, their tagline is Tarts, Toasties, Turkey, all the teas, turkey curry pies. So let's have a look and dive in. So this is the bakery range for Christmas 2025. So you can take a closer look. Um, Effectively, what they're saying is that, they've got mince pies, chocolate tarts, and Bombay potato toasties, sweet and savoury edible wreaths. So you've got a familiar format, and they're branching out with interesting flavours, combinations to entice shoppers in the run up to the big day. Well, I wouldn't call it the big day. A lot of people like to have that different take to, having a special day in November where they can try out things. They can, not the traditional turkey, they can try sort of chicken, beef, salmon, or go the whole vegan or vegetarian route. So there's the event in November, there's the 25th, there's the 26th, and also that's quite important is Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So let's have a dive in. Chocolate and gingerbread s'mores. So these retail at $3.50 per 4 pack. So it's effectively a classic all butter pastry filled with a decadent chocolate sauce and sweet gingerbread sponge. And then they've topped with s'mores. Let's get that in a bit better. Marshmallows, flavoured buttercream, glossy chocolate fondant, and ginger biscuit crumb. So next we've got the sticky toffee panettone Christmas pudding. So this is this one here. I don't know if it comes with this, but that'd be nice. Gives you a good visualization. So it's basically Christmas pudding, sticky toffee pudding, and panettone. So it wins on a number of different areas. It's £8.50. So you've got wine fruit, sticky dates, and buttery panettone with a serving of butterscotch sauce. So I would expect that that would be probably heated up separately. So on to the next one. Salted banoffee cascading star. So that looks another toffee one with sponge. Let's go into the basics. It's £14. So sweet and salty flavour, salted banoffee. So it's part of the Tesco's finest range. So golden banana sponge served with salty caramel sauce and a sachet of toppy popcorn pieces. So you don't always have to add that. You can have that separately or just discard it. So on to the next one. Free from. So our our gluten-free friends can get involved. These are mini brownie slices. So £3.50. I don't know if they're 6 or 12. So they're rich brownie slices with all the flavour of the classic dessert, brimming with cherries and dark chocolate, topped with sweet frosting and finished with lustered dark chocolate curls. So on to the next one. We've got maple bacon sausage roll wreath. So this is sort of a tear and share. It comes in at £9. So they're popular because you can just, if you're having a party, you can put it out. You can have potentially this as a simple starter. So if somebody wants to have a double helping, that's okay, depending on how many people there are. And other people, maybe they just want to save their waistline and just go for other things, or they want to not crowd their stomach. And it's all good. So you got British pork, smoked bacon, and sweet maple syrup, wrapped in golden all butter puff pastry and hand finished with stars and parsley crumb. So that comes in at £9. Now we've got chocolate and salted caramel wreath cake. So that looks well presented. Can it be a cake if it's got a hole in the middle? I don't know. So it's effectively, it's wreath cake. So it should maybe just be called wreath. Another wreath, this time sweet, is the chocolate and salty caramel wreath cake. It has a rich chocolate sponge separated by layers of chocolate and salty caramel sauce. Cake is coated in chocolate frosting and decorated with vibrant buttercream baubles. So this potentially could be an alternative to sort of some cake, Christmas cake, etc. I suppose you could just get people round and give them this cake. That looks quite nice. So it comes in at £16. Then we're on to the next one, chocolate and honeycomb shoe wreath. I mean, shoe is very light. I wonder what it's filled with. So we're looking at, I missed off the price. So chocolate and honeycomb shoe wreath, layers of golden shoe pastry, filled with sea salted honeycomb flavoured sauce and honeycomb flavoured British whipped cream. Before being hand decorated with chocolate ganache, chocolate shards, and honeycomb pieces. Well, I think that's all great. It all depends on how much whipped cream is used. I mean, normally whipped cream is fairly cheap, so they use a lot of that. So unfortunately, there's not a price. Maybe it's displayed below. So you've got something for the vegetarians. No beef bourguignon pies, flaky pastry filled with vegan beef style strips. So I don't like people introducing sort of meat style. They should really just describe what's in it. Baby pearl, onions, carrots, and chestnut mushrooms in a red wine and cognac sauce topped with puff pastry, holly leaf, and green sprinkle. So, I mean, that doesn't look like beef style strips at all. But you can't go wrong with onions and carrots and mushrooms. And of course, it'll give you that extra bite with red wine and cognac. There's no reason why you can't have vegetarian gravy on top. And these come in at £7 for a 2-pack. I don't know how big they are. It's difficult to say. But there's enough to have, a bit of pie and mash with other vegetables that come in handy. Maybe it's a starter, or maybe you want to have a series of things to try over the season's greetings. So this looks interesting. No beef bourguignon pies. Flaky puff pastry filled with vegan beef-style strips. Baby pearl, onion, carrots, and chestnut. Oh, there we go. I read out the wrong thing. So, getting confused here. Oh, yes. So we're still on this one here. Holly leaf and green sprinkle. So that looks quite nice. I think that I'm getting the pictures mixed up. So we got the Chef's Collection Beef Wellington. I mean, that unmistakably is a nice piece of beef. Generous pastry with a nice filling, enough seasoning. Centerpiece features a tender beef fillet matured for 30 days and carefully wrapped in a herb crepe. Yes, that gives it, moisture after it's been cooked. All encased in a flavourful mushroom, shallot, and Madeira wine Julex, and fully wrapped in flaky all butter puff pastry. I mean, that's a lot of calories, but you don't always have to have a thick slice. You can just have a thin slice and have it with other vegetables. Nice bit of gravy on top. That is fantastic. So you've got the Chef's Collection Beef Wellington, another, but in what looks like a pie. This centerpiece features a tender beef fillet, matured for 30 days and wrapped in a herb crepe, all encased in a flavourful mushroom shallot and Madeira wine deluxe, and fully wrapped in flaky all butter puff pastry. So that looks nice. So you've got what we were talking about earlier, the slow cooked turkey curry pie. Interestingly, they're shaped in squares. So Bridget Jones' mum will be thrilled. Slow cooked turkey in a spiced butter sauce is encased in a crispy cumin and turmeric all butter shortbread pastry. Now, that looks pretty tasty. I don't think these are priced. Maybe they came fairly late to coming to pricing up, or maybe they were deemed that they would come in a different selection. So we got Bombay potato toasties. Carbs on carbs. These party food additions see potatoes in a spiced tomato and onion sauce sandwiched between bread and topped with parsley and red chili. So that looks quite nice. Gingerbread panettone. So $12.50. Gingerbread flavors meet the classic Italian panettone. Sweet Italian bread is studded with caramel pieces and oozing caramel sauce. All finished with a spiced sugar dusting. It's part of the finest Tesco Finest range for 2025. So you've got a gifting panettone with candied orange peel topped with hazelnut frosting. A mini authentic panettone and limoncello. So you've got a mixture of things going on in this picture. So there's that limoncello panettone, which sounds pretty interesting, which is infused with lemon zest and studded with candied lemon and orange peel, and finished with silky limoncello syrup. All coming in at $12.50. So they've suggested you could have a dip. I suppose you could have red sauce dip and a brown sauce dip. I suppose you can have a mayonnaise dip as well. I suppose you can make up a particular dip that you like. So here we go. We've got scallop and king prawn toast. Taking prawn toast to the next level this year with the addition of scallop. Seafood is mixed with spices and vegetables on a bed of sweet, crispy bread, all topped with black and white sesame seeds. So they don't see, yeah, that's the one before picture. So this one here, chocolate hazelnut frangipane tarts. So the usual thing, they've got different types here. And we'll just go straight in. £3.50 for a 4-pack. Rich chocolate sauce topped with chocolate and hazelnut frangipane. They're hand finished with flaked hazelnuts and a light dusting of sugar. They form part of the Tesco's wider tarts and pies range for Christmas 2025, and which includes rum and raisin mince pies, brandy butter mince pies, my favourite, finished with a swirl of brandy buttercream. So £3.50 for the 4-pack. So here we go. Feta, apricot and harissa pastries. Let's get a nice look at them. Yep. So more international flavours on the party food platter come courtesy of these mini flaky pastries filled with tangy feta, sweet apricot and a kick from the harissa, as well as a hot honey drizzle. So my favourite, but different. The Free From range, Belgium dark chocolate and pistachio cookies. Gluten-free all butter cookies, part of the Tesco Finest range, and generously studded with Belgium dark chocolate chunks and crushed pistachio. So, normally with gluten-free, you can tell the difference between gluten and non-gluten products. But I think the dark chocolate, the all butter, following it with the pistachio, should really mask that that gluten taste. And these are going for £2.70. So New York Deli pretzel bites. So these are party bites or starter bites. So pretzels topped with pastrami, mustard, gherkin, and Emmental. Interesting take. So there's no price for that. We're coming to an end. Please, can you subscribe to my channel? Can you comment, share, follow, whatever it takes? I want to get as many subscribers this month so that I can start sort of making money out of the time that I spend on these particular videos. So thank you very much for coming to this video. I would ask you to put a number of different comments. If you do buy the food and you taste it, if you could then make further comments. But more importantly, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much and see you on the next one.